Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NXT The Game, Season 2, Episode 57. This is NXT The Game Takeover Legacy 2. This is our WrestleMania. This is what you've been waiting for. This is what I've been waiting for. This is what the entire world has been waiting for. Tonight, as you can see, I have a little bit different setup. I had to get a new computer, so it'll be interesting to see how the screen recording goes because what I previously used did not work. Either or, you guys will let me know. But this is Season 2. This is the finale. This is episode 57, our 110th episode here in NXT. I am absolutely thrilled to present to you the season 2 finale of NXT The Game, NXT Takeover Legacy 2. Let's get straight into the action. Alright. Now, in the first pre-show match, in a match that featured great action but not in which may defeat, the Kingdom defeat the Lucha Dragons in 13 minutes when Mike Bennett defeats Kalisto by pinfall with the Kingdom Come. So, absolutely going to set a high bar with a 75 in the pre-show. Oh me, oh my. The next pre-show match. And about that featured great action and average heat. Asuka defeats Becky Lynch in 8 minutes with a Billiken. This is also my highest rated match all time, I believe. I think 82 is my highest rated match before. This is an 83. We have been consistently going, and I guess we grew quite a bit before our next pay-per-view. We are just close to getting national, so I'm guessing this is why all the high ratings. But let's get straight into the show because it's time for NXT Takeover The Game Season 2 Finale Legacy 2, the main card. Let's go. Welcome, see, there you go. There's the rating I'm used to seeing right there. Welcome to NXT TakeOver Legacy 2, our WrestleMania, our Season 2 finale, and tonight, the men and women of NXT are going to put on one hell of a show for you. A show where wins and losses matter, where some will have a feeling of victory and the agony of defeat. Corey Graves. It's going to be a great show, however, as always, card is subject to change, and we've gotten the word that Paige and the New Day are unable to make it tonight. The quartet on loan from WWE Payback 2015, but we're going to go ahead and say that they were riding in a car together and got in an accident over the past weekend. They are all okay. They are all okay. But what does that mean for tonight? What does it mean for the Tag Team Championship match? Well, let us tell you. Well, it means we're going to get a dream match. Tonight, for the first time ever, American Alpha will take on and defend their NXT Tag Team Championships against Tanahashi and Okada from New Japan. One night only. Anything can happen in NXT, Renee. William Regal's relationships pay off again. So I'm a little bummed. New Day was unfortunately unable to be here, so was Paige, and I kind of built them. They were unable to be here. Bummer, but we'll pay that off, guys. No big deal. So we're going to get Tanahashi and Okada. Not a bad makeup, but card subject to change. And, I was building up to this show for, 3-4 months, and it sucks that happened, but it's kind of fun when you just think on your feet. All right, and the question must be, where did it come from, and where does that leave Sasha? Well, Sasha is in action tonight against none other than the woman who took her championship's best friend, Carmella, of her stable's Manifest Destiny. That's right, Renee, says Corey Graves. It's unfortunate that the New Day and Paige can't be here tonight, to be paid off soon, folks, but it'll be what it is, and we'll always make do. Knowing Sasha like I do, she likes to fight, and if I had to bet, she's thrilled that she finally gets to take on and get her hands on Carmella, who has been interfering on Charlotte's behalf for quite a while. Corey, all this and so much more tonight. Let's get into our NXT season finale, Legacy 2, and let's start it off with a Tag Team Championship match. Okada and Tanahashi versus American Alpha. I'm very interested to see how this match goes up. I didn't realize until I advanced today, so it was kind of like who I can get on loan, and there wasn't much, so. Alright, here we go. And about that featured great action, but not in much way of heat. American Alpha defeat Okada and Tanahashi in 13 minutes when Chad Gable defeats Tanahashi by a pinfall with the Alpha Alpha Alpha. American Alpha make defense number 7 of their NXT Tag Team Championships and get the victory over Okada and Tanahashi, which of course isn't surprising given this was out of nowhere. So the match was good. I didn't expect there to be any heat. They came in with not very much momentum, surprisingly. So it is what it is. Alright, now, we see Sami Zayn backstage getting ready for the NXT Championship match of his lifetime later tonight, where he challenges Mr. NXT. Alright, the next match, and about that featured great action, but not in much way of heat. James Storm defeats Gallows in just under 10 minutes with the Eye of the Storm. Southern Styles leader James Storm goes over the Balor Club's second in command, Gallows, with a big victory here tonight in the Season 2 finale, TakeOver Legacy 2. Alright, now we see a split screen where Bayley and then Charlotte, the NXT Women's Champion, are both backstage getting ready. Tonight, Bayley challenges Charlotte for the NXT Women's Championship. Alright, now in a match has some good action, but just an average heat. Sasha Banks defeats Carmella in 8 minutes with submission. Carmella was off her game. Big Cass did some good work at ringside. It was unfortunate, the Bayley or the Sasha Banks versus Paige match will be main eventing at NXT coming up pretty soon. But that was pretty unfortunate, guys. I was really looking forward to see Paige versus Sasha Banks, considering how far I built it. So that was a bummer. All right. A limo is now pulling up into the parking garage as NXT Commissioner William Regal is outside waiting for it. The camera shoots from the behind, seeing the door open and a smile raising on the face of William Regal, who goes to hold the door open for this person. Who could he be meeting? I don't know. Will it be paid off tonight? I don't know. Probably. Watch and find out. Alright, now and about that featured great action and average heat. Neville defeats Baron Corbin, Big Cass, Hideo, Itami, Apollo Crews, and Samoa Joe in a Money in the Bank ladder match in 15 minutes when Neville retrieves the briefcase. Neville is your NXT Money in the Bank title holder. So Neville, at any point, can cash in for a title shot whenever he wants. So Neville with the big victory here tonight. A video airs again saying that in Season 3, we will feature 2 new tournaments. A Global Cruiserweight 2-day tournament coming soon. And then also, a video airs saying that in Season 3, the second tournament will be featuring the 4 Horsemen Classic. Much like the Dusty Rhodes Tag and the Trios Classic, there will now be a 4-on-4 tournament honoring the 4 Horsemen. So next year, and I like doing this, guys. I like adding a little extra to my repertoire. We will have a Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, a Trios Freebirds Classic, a 4-on-4 4 Horsemen's Classic, the 2-day Global Cruiserweight 2-day series, and we will have Ladies Night returning. So all fun stuff. Alright, next. And about that featured great action, not much of heat. Kota Ibushi defeats BUSHI in 13 minutes with a 6:30 senton. This was William Regal's International Exhibition match. Kota Ibushi getting the victory here tonight on NXT The Game's Legacy 2 finale. So this was just a fun match. Bring some talent from overseas. Try to make the show feel a little special. The camera now finds William Regal talking and going over to grab a bottle of water. William Regal, I'm so glad we were able to come to terms. You're going to love the environment. It's a great promotion. And given that you have other side interests, I think we are a perfect fit for you as you are for us. Regal tosses the water bar and the camera pictures a pair of nice dress shoes and slacks before panning up and fading out. So far, we're not sure who William Regal is meeting with, but will we see tonight? I think so. I'm not trying to oversell it, guys. It's not like, oh my god, but it's going to be fun. It'll be fun. You'll see. It'll be fun. It'll be wonderful. All right. Now, what about that featured great action and average heat? The former NXT Heavyweight Champion Bo Dallas took on Enzo Amore, the man who unfortunately lost to Mr. NXT at NXT Takeover Respect just a month ago. But Enzo Amore gets the victory over Bo Dallas here in 13 minutes via pinfall. So this was a matchup featuring the 2 last guys to challenge for the championship against one another because they're both really high up the card, have great momentum, and I wanted to get them both on the card because they've been a huge part of Season 2. Alright, next, a video plays hyping Kevin Owens versus Triple H as the Hell in the Cell is coming up as the structure is lowered. Alright, now what about that featured great action and a good crowd? Kevin Owens defeats Triple H in a Hell in the Cell match in 13 minutes with a package pile driver. The match suffered to its booking. There simply wasn't enough time for the work to take a slow build approach. I think I cut the time on this actually. So that's probably what happened. I forgot to remove the note. Either way, Kevin Owens gets the victory over Triple H for the 2nd year in a row at TakeOver Legacy. Kevin Owens is now in the ring, standing over Triple H after he gets a victory, and just leaves the ring, absolutely big-shotting the game. Triple H now has lost back-to-back legacies last year. Remember, NWO Gold turned on Triple H, forming with Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens later returned and formed Manifest Destiny, kicking out Hall and Nash. But this is the 2nd year in a row that Kevin Owens has absolutely got the upper hand on Triple H. The game can't be happy. The game probably, maybe Season 3 is going to be teasing retirement for the game. I don't know. He's the owner of NXT after all. But yes. Okay. Anyways, I'm giving away too much. Alright, now a video plays hyping Finn Balor versus Shinsuke Nakamura coming up next. The camera flares as Finn Balor's theme music hits and hits and hits, and he's revealed himself on the top of the ramp in full demon paint tonight. Finn is wearing what appears to be a Venom from the Spider-Man comics and makes his way slowly down the ramp and towards the ring, where he plays into the boos and takes it all in as he enters the ring, healing it up. And his opponent tonight, it's Shinsuke Nakamura's turn to do the same thing. Nakamura's theme hits for the first time in NXT history as the fans are on their feet chanting and cheering and raving for him as his music plays for him perfectly. Shinsuke plays to the fans as only he can. The super charismatic man who will take your breath away without a moment's notice finds himself atop the ramp, allowing the chorus of fans to serenade him with his brand new theme as he enters the ring across from his longtime friend, rival, and now former brother, Finn Balor. This, hopefully, for the love of God, will be an amazing match. And it is not. And about that featured great action and average heat, Shinsuke Nakamura defeats Finn Balor in 18 minutes by pinfall with a running single leg high knee strike. Shinsuke Nakamura gets the victory tonight over Finn Balor. So, big victory here for Nakamura in his debut match. Finn Balor, after all these months and months and months, couldn't beat Shinsuke Nakamura. I'm not surprised. Nakamura is going to be a wonderful addition to the roster. He's not signed full term, so I mean, I'm thinking I'm going to use him more so like Undertaker, more special appearances, 3 to 4 matches a year, maybe a little bit more, but I'm not going to use Nakamura much. I'm letting you know right now. I probably will use him more than I just said, but I want to slowly build him. I want him to be something special, something that you get excited to see when he's around. So Nakamura gets a victory over Finn Balor tonight. Now a video plays hyping Bayley versus Charlotte. And about that featured great action and average heat, Bayley defeats Charlotte in 14 minutes by pinfall with the belly to belly. Bayley wins the NXT Women's Championship. Absolutely awesome. After the match, Charlotte can't believe what happened as the referee checks on her and rolls her out of the ring. The entire crowd is standing on their feet and chanting and cheering and raving for Bayley, who after 2 years, 2 long years, has finally become the NXT Women's Champion. The journey was long. Becky Lynch and Candice LeRae, Bayley's best friends, run out from the back and give her big hugs, begin to lift her on their shoulders as the scene fades with Bayley on the top of Candice and Becky's shoulders as we fade out with Bayley as your new NXT Women's Champion. Mr. NXT is now shown walking down the backstage hallway as the main event is coming up next. A video plays hyping Mr. NXT and Sami Zayn. Mr. NXT, who's been on one hell of a roll. Sami Zayn, who always wins the big match but can never keep his championship, gets a title match. So is this going to be a little different? Who knows? But here we go right now. Mr. NXT and Sami Zayn. I would like to take a second to point out, though, my best highly rated match as of right now is actually Becky Lynch versus Asuka. So that was interesting. That was pre-show with no build. So, go figure. Here we go. Hopefully this gets a good rating. And about that featured great action and average heat, Sami Zayn defeats Mr. NXT in 60 minutes via submission. Sami Zayn wins the NXT Heavyweight Championship. Renee Young. Sami Zayn is your champion. Sami Zayn is your NXT Heavyweight Champion. The fans are cheering as Sami is handed the belt and Mr. NXT is on his knees in the ring holding his head. The fans are chanting, "Take his mask, take his mask." As you recall, it was a career versus mask match. Sami Zayn walks up to Mr. NXT and drops the NXT Championship at Mr. NXT's feet. Sami looks around. Mr. NXT is sitting on his knees, still taking this moment in. Sami goes to remove the mask, but Mr. NXT, before he can, leans back and punches Sami Zayn square in the balls. The fans boo as Mr. NXT looks down and grabs the NXT Heavyweight Championship and looks around. The fans are booing, and the referee is checking on Sami. Mr. NXT looks around and breaks the NXT Heavyweight Championship over his knees and tosses the broken title into pieces onto Sami Zayn. The fans boo as Mr. NXT begins to continue to unlace his mask as the fans are really letting him have it. Mr. NXT pulls off his mask and throws it onto Sami Zayn's body. The camera pans up to Mr. NXT had another mask on underneath that mask. Corey goes, "What? Another mask? What the hell?" Mr. NXT looks up. He's wearing a far more revealing mask that features another indentation on the front. It says, "Mr. WWE." The camera pans around and zooms in on the new mask of former Mr. NXT, which has revealed himself to be Mr. WWE? Question mark. Sami has grabbed his broken NXT Heavyweight Championship and clutched at the Mr. NXT mask that Mr. Now NXT, aka WWE, was forced to give up after he lost his match, only to stare up and see the man he just defeated to be donning another mask? Mr. WWE? Question mark. We fade out as Sami Zayn is your new NXT Heavyweight Champion and has taken the mask of Mr. NXT, but Mr. NXT had another mask underneath it and it said Mr. WWE. What does that mean? Wait, we're not over yet. Hold on, guys. The camera focuses on William Regal now, who had just watched what happened in the main event between Sami Zayn and Mr. NXT. William Regal turns to his left as the camera pans, revealing who he's been talking to all day, and who's the newest member of the NXT roster heading into Season 3? The Miz. "So, this is NXT, huh?" says The Miz as he's pulling down his glasses, looking into the camera. "Awesome!" The scene and season fades on The Miz's beautiful face, who fully removes his $10,000 sunglasses and looks into the distance as we end the season. The Miz has debuted his egomaniac gimmick and it has gotten a 94 rating. This was the finale of the Season 2 of NXT The Game series, folks. 40 region. Becky Lynch got my show of all time. So we had best rating, Asuka, Becky Lynch of all time. This was an absolute fantastic show. A 40 region increase, guys. 40 regions. Sami Zayn finally wins the title, takes the mask of Mr. NXT, but it's actually now Mr. WWE. What's that all about? Who knows? The Miz's return. Bayley has finally gotten her NXT Women's Championship. American Alpha defends their titles for a record 7th time. The new #1 contender, the Money in the Briefcase holder, aka Neville. So much happened tonight. So much went on in Season 2. This was Season 2, Episode 57, NXT The Game's Legacy to our WrestleMania. Thank you for watching, everyone. I'm going to get right into Season 3 because I can't wait. Thanks for watching.